admit it. Right now, you'd probably much rather be checking your Twitter notifications, seeing if that cute boy from the third period finally liked your picture on Instagram, or maybe you just want to see what's up with your friends, what are they doing in their lives. Well, while you're here, I'm going to inform you on some things about social media. Now, in this speech, I'm going to talk about the growth of social media over the past few years, some of the advantages of social media, and then I'm going to talk about some of the disadvantages of social media. Now, according to Pew Internet Center Research Center, in 2005, only 10% of the United States population used social media. Now, compare this to 2015, where 76% of the United States population used social media. In just 10 years, there was a 66% increase in the use of social media. Now, teenagers aren't the only ones who have experienced social media growth. According to Pew Internet, adults ages 30 to 49 jumped from 8% to 77%, and adults ages 50 through 64 jumped from 5% to 51%. So, social media has grown immensely in all age categories. So now that you know how big social media is today, I'm going to talk a little bit about the pros of social media. So first off, according to Herring, a pro to social media is keeping in touch. Now, keeping in touch with your long-lost relatives, friends that you live far away. It's really good because you might not get to see those people very often, maybe once or twice a year. But with social media, you can connect with them on a daily basis and be updated about how their lives are really going. According to Rowell, social media is a good teaching tool. Now, for example, on YouTube, there are millions of videos on how to do basically anything, from needing help on your science homework to how to bake that perfect pie. There is something for everyone, and there's many videos on everything. Another way that social media ties in with teaching is there's advice columns. If you need help on your homework, or maybe you need advice about a personal issue, most likely there's going to be someone that responds to you, because essentially social media is interacting with others. According to Herring, social media is all about you. It's all about the user. So your page, your profile, your feed, it all represents who you are as an individual. Now, as Andrew Keene would say, social networks are shrines for self-broadcasting. And once again, this means that it's a way for you to express your individuality through the internet. Now that you know some of the advantages, I'm going to discuss some of the disadvantages to social media. So for one, according to Herring, privacy invasion is a big problem. So your exposure of personal information is fairly easy on social media. If you aren't aware of privacy settings, or maybe you just let people that you don't really know follow you, this can be dangerous because it's very easy to get a hold of this information. Another thing is, once you post something, it's out there, and it's out there forever. So even if you decide to delete it later, there's chances that someone still has proof of whatever it is that you said or posted about. Another problem and danger is that your location is easily shared through social media. For instance, on Twitter, if you tweet something, Twitter automatically updates your location about where you were when you tweeted that tweet. And this can be dangerous if your location gets into the wrong hands. Another problem with social media is catfishing. Now, catfishing is essentially just when someone portrays to be someone that they're not. So the problem with this is that it's very easy to do. It's easy to screenshot someone's picture off their profile or take their name and use it as your own. And this is very dangerous, but especially dangerous for younger users who maybe are more naive or don't truly understand the whole stranger danger concept. According to Herring, cyberbullying is a big problem. Now, with the growth of social media, there's also a growth in this particular problem. You see, because behind a phone screen, behind a computer, people tend to feel more empowered. So they also tend to say things that they would never think about saying if they were talking to you directly. And this is really harmful to the self-esteem, well-being of the person who's being bullied. So in this speech, I've talked about how much social media has truly grown over the years. I've talked about some of the advantages, like being able to keep in touch with your friends and family. Social media is a very good teaching tool, and you can be yourself. But I've also discussed disadvantages like privacy invasion, identity theft, catfishing, and cyberbullying. Now, I ask you this. Now that you know more about the advantages and disadvantages of social media, you have to ask yourself, is using it really worth it to you?